Yeah, hello, welcome to a new video. This is just a short game fragment of a Blitz game that I played yesterday at the German Team Blitz Championships. It's a pretty nice event yesterday. It's 28 teams from all over Germany who qualified to play for the German Team Blitz title. These are 4 players per team, and at the end the team of Ports won. Ports is a part of Cologne, so there weren't any players from Cologne in this team. It was a very strong team, which at the end won all its matches, which is despite them being very strong, very remarkable. They scored 27 match wins, but this team was of course very very strong, consisting of grandmasters only. Rublevsky playing on board 1, he's got close to 2,700 elo. And then also Luke van Veli from the Netherlands. Rublevsky is from Russia, of course. Then we got Vladislav Tkachiev, former European champion, also 2,650 around rated. Then Vladimir Baklan, I think from Ukraine, I'm not quite sure, also 2,6 something. And the reserve board was Eric van den Doel, also from the Netherlands, like Van Veli, and he's also 2,580 or something. But mostly they played with those 4 guys above 2,650. Very strong team. What I'm going to present is a fragment of a game of mine that I had against Daniel Fridman. He's the current German champion, rated 2,653 elo. So I'm a huge outsider, but in Blitz, sometimes upsets are possible, and this is a game which has a huge missed chance by me right in the opening, and I wanted to show it quickly because it's quite interesting to see how quickly Black could get in trouble here. I don't want to analyze the game really in depth, just show the critical position. So we had some Queen's Gambit semi-Slav here, and he played this A6 line, which was also tested in the current World Championship, or the recently concluded World Championship. I played B3, safe move. Then he went c5, which surprised me a bit because bishop b4 is usually played here. But okay, this is not so important. I just developed, and we just developed our pieces here. So now is an interesting moment, because White has some choice here. I wasn't quite sure how to put the pieces, but okay, in a Blitz game you cannot spend a minute or so. So White could easily play a move like, let's say, rook e1 here. The idea being, if Black decides to grab this pawn, of course then there's a standard tactic, check. Bishop h7, and I'm just winning the queen here. So the d4 pawn always was protected due to this tactical trick. But I played also quite quickly. I played queen e2 because I simply thought he cannot take this pawn. I didn't calculate really what happens if he does, but it looks unplayable. But well, what happened? He actually grabbed this pawn after some thought. Yeah, maybe. I mean, one thing is Black isn't too comfortable. He still has this somewhat bad bishop, which might be come into play along these lines, but White is quite comfortable. It's nothing decisive or anything, but okay. At the end he decided to grab the pawn, which actually just loses, but I didn't calculate this properly. Okay, I need to take. Yeah, and now is the important position here. Of course, the most natural move, which you would instantly play, is knight d5. And of course I calculated this move, but I simply didn't look far enough. Okay, to to tell what I played. I actually played knight e4 at the end, but knight d5 is the thing here, which attacks the queen, of course, and the bishop. So he needs to retreat the queen to c5. There's no alternative. And then yeah, my problem was here you can calculate quite some lines. My problem was the thing what I can play here is I can take here, and this is this is now somewhat embarrassing for black. If you would take the knight, I can just take here and win, I don't know, a rook at the end. So he cannot do this. So he needs to recapture the bishop somehow. And the issue is, if he takes with the bishop, then I have yeah, 2 ways to win this game, actually. After the game he told me queen e4 was what he saw. And this is pretty much winning also. Threatening on h7. And he cannot protect this. So let's say a rook move is checkmate. Is made, yeah. So he cannot get an extra square for the king, and okay, this check I can just grab, and I'm material up. Even stronger than queen e4, but okay, the win is a win, is queen h5, which threatened this mate, and also knight f6 check, and I win the queen. So this is just curtains immediately. It's not even a piece, it's more. So he cannot take here, but he can take with a pawn. And somewhere around here, I think I simply calculated not far enough. The problem here is, okay, the knight is hanging. If I just capture, let's say here, check. I don't really. I mean, even this is good. Even this is good. Let's say check. Here, and what does black play now? This is essentially the idea that I overlooked in the game, that I can actually get the queen to h4, threatening this checkmate on h7, and he cannot play this move because, well, there's simply a big piece hanging on e7. So just stupid. I mean, check. This also is winning. The same motive. What I simply didn't see this queen h4. I was always thinking along the lines of queen h5. Something like let's say this here, and then he can play this, and it's nothing, yeah. I mean, maybe an attack, but it's nothing winning immediately. And I simply didn't take into account that I can go to h4. This was my problem. I always thought about this diagonal. I never thought about this sidestepping move. And I pretty quickly then abandoned the idea of knight d5, and at the end went playing here, which after this also is a very strong attack, and I think maybe I was still winning later. This is not a winning position. Black can maybe defend here, but I was still winning later, but somehow didn't manage to find it. He's a very strong blitz player. I mean, he's even stronger in blitz than in a tournament chess. So he's maybe more like 2-7 in blitz. So I was glad to to get a fight here. Well, and in the end, he obtained a winning position, totally winning. But we were very low on time, and at the end, both flags fell. So it ended up in a draw, by yeah, time overstepping the time for both players at the same time. So yeah, maybe a somewhat fair result, considering that here this knight d5 would have won immediately. Yeah, it would have been a very very nice win here, but well, it's blitz and you need to calculate properly. Maybe I also played this too quickly, I'm not sure. I mean, it's not really difficult to see. I'm pretty sure if you give me like a minute more or something, I would see it, but no idea. No idea. This is really that you go to h4. Somehow I was always thinking queen h5, and this is just much better because it has this e7 point here, yeah. Alright, I just wanted to show this quick fragment. Hope you enjoyed it. And it shows that yeah, you really need to, maybe even in a blitz game, and will invest a bit of time at one point, because if you really feel that you're winning or something, then you should maybe think more. I was really thinking he cannot do this, and then I somehow, yeah, well, I didn't see something immediately, and then I somehow believed, okay, what he did there was super risky, but maybe it's still halfway playable, and I didn't follow up this 95 to the end. No. All right, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, talk to you soon in a new video.